So my name is Charlotte Jarvis. I'm a visual artist and I'm also a lecturer. And I work in collaboration with scientists. So I'm interested in questions like how new science and technology has made the body a site for transformation or for hybridization, and you could even say maybe for magic. And the work that I've been presenting in Rotterdam is called In Pos. And it is an attempt, a journey, a quest to make the world's first female seaman. And I'm doing that in collaboration with scientists at the Leiden University Medical Center. So this kind of quest that we're on is in 3 parts. So the first part is trying to make spermatozoa. So those are the little wiggly kind of tadpole-like cells that you probably imagine when I say semen. And yeah, I'm doing that with Professor Lopez in Leiden. And we're doing that by starting with my stem cells, trying to change their chromosomal makeup, so trying to change their sex, and then trying to get them to differentiate into the cells that make semen. That's a long process. So we have amazingly been awarded a Vici grant to do that part of the project, and that's a 5-year grant with 5 scientists working on it, and we're kind of quite near the beginning of that process. So super exciting. And then the second strand of the project is trying to make seminal plasma. So this is the liquid part of semen. This is like the jizz, the goo, the gunk, right? And this is really important to me as an artist, because this is the physicality of semen, right? If you're going to make female sperm, you want to be able to ejaculate it. So it was really important to me to be able to make this part. And that part I've made in collaboration with the Kursnikova Institute in Ljubljana. And that is effectively a recipe to make artificial seminal plasma. So you're mixing together different chemicals, and they're all the constituent elements of semen. But there's one ingredient which we've changed. So there's one ingredient in artificial semen which comes from the blood of cows. And we didn't really want to have this kind of element come into the project, particularly because we didn't know the sex of the cows. So we started off by me donating my own blood and extracting the plasma from that. And we found that that was actually really easy. So then we realized that we could do this with other women, trans and non-binary people. And we have opened up this process to actually hundreds and hundreds of women, trans and non-binary people to donate their blood to the project. And we extract the plasma and we mix it in. And this is what forms the basis of the seminal plasma, so the jizz part. And then the third bit is, how do you celebrate this? You know, how do you exhibit it? How do you put it within a history as a visual artist? And for that, I wanted to find some kind of ritual that I could use to kind of hang the project around. And I found an ancient Greek festival that was actually the biggest festival in the whole of ancient Greece, and it was called the Thesmophoria. And it was a fertility festival, but it's a complete mystery. Nobody knows what happened in the Thesmophoria, and that's because it was women only. And obviously women were not writing their life stories, and they weren't writing the history books in ancient Greece. So that's the kind of third part of the project, is the recreation of these Thesmophoria festivals. So every time we make a new batch, the latest version of female semen, every time the science goes one step further, we celebrate it by bringing a group of women, trans and non-binary people together. They donate their blood, we mix it all together, and we have one of these crazy festivals, and they're different every time we do them, and we've done them all around the world. So that's a kind of quite long summary of the project In Pos. And then actually the last thing I'll just tell you is what In Pos actually means. So In Pos is a Latin phrase with the literal meaning of it means before you're born. So it's something that has potential, but which has yet to come into existence. And that's really what we're trying for this project. We want a kind of bio-artistic activism, and we want to use the project to bring down the patriarchy.